Addae.
So, Jahmile, it's been a little bit now that you've been here. How's it going for the DBs? Your initial impressions of the program, the players you have?
You know what? It's actually going well. Probably a lot better than I think most of us thought in terms of a staff. We've got a hungry group. We've got a motivated group. We've got a group of guys that I think really want to be great. And as a coach, that's really all you can ask for is for guys that give you their attention and their effort. And if you get that, it's on you to put them in a position to make plays and have success. And so we have that right now. As a coach and the coaching staff, we're working to keep it. But we've been really impressed with how they're working, their intent, and really their attention to detail all in all. Yep.
So you're coming from Georgia, which is kind of built into a recruiting superpower.
Mm-hmm.
What steps have you maybe brought from Georgia to the staff, and what steps has Coach Cristobal kind of put in place to kind of build Miami to that level?
Yeah, well, there's a lot of similarities there in terms of how we're handling the recruiting aspect of the program. Obviously, both of them come from under the same tree, and so there's some similarities in how they operate the program. I know for us here, a lot of what we're doing in this program is more about the people and less about the fluff, the auxiliary, and more about substance. And that's been what's really been fun with this group. A fun, exciting group of guys. I know you guys know obviously Big Joe and what he happens to be. But the energy is just contagious, and that's really probably been the most impressive thing, and one of the things that I didn't necessarily have to bring with me, but that this group has. Yeah.
Coach, what are specific traits that you're looking for out of your defensive backs?
Out of defensive backs? Yeah, you know, there isn't necessarily one specific trait, right? It's a body, it's a conglomerate of things that we want to see out of a defensive back. For the most part, we want quick twitch, we want all those things, but discipline is the most important thing at the defensive back end, right? So I'm looking for guys that do what we're asking them to do at a high rate, at a high clip. If you can't do that, you can't play here. And so that's going to be the first thing. It's above the neck. And then from there, you're looking for all the intangibles that you would want as a defensive backs coach. Everybody's looking for the same thing. Length, twitch, body control, the ability to go up and track a football vertically down the field, all those things. Yeah, that's pretty much standard operating procedure.
How's Al Blades doing?
Al Blades has been doing really well. Playing him at multiple positions and forcing him to learn on the run, and he's done a heck of a job. Put it on him because we feel like he's a guy who can handle that load, and he made some good plays today, and will continue to grow. You know, he's not necessarily a finished product yet, but a definite good start for sure.
Can you talk a little bit about James Williams and Avonte Williams?
Yeah, James Williams, big, long target. Obviously, when you walk up to him, he's what you want it to look like. Works his butt off. Very humble kid. The best thing about him is that he's entrenched in what we're doing. He shows up, he'll come and sit in with the defensive staff and watch film while we're watching, just unwarranted. You know, we have to kick him out and say, hey, we can't even have you in here because it's past the rule, you know, but he's a guy he's one of the guys who's really, really hungry to win, really hungry to better himself. You know, one of the things I've had to stay on him about is not taking it too hard on himself, you know, not letting one play beat you twice, but rather snap and clear. And that just shows you his intent and how important the game is to him. He's been really fun to coach. In terms of athletically, he's got the twitch, he's got the length, he's got the top end speed that you want. We want to hone in some things technically, which we're doing, and he's gotten better from day to day to day. His biggest jump of improvement actually happened today, and did some really nice things, communicating, getting other guys lined up. Happy to see his progress. And Avonte's been awesome now. Avonte and James are one and the same, and that both of them want to be so great that one play can be an issue over and over and over again. And so I've stayed on both of them about being able to snap and clear and move on to the next phase. But what I will say is, in terms of their athletic abilities and how they're working, I'm pleased as their coach. I am.
Coach, what are your thoughts on transfer Daryl Ford Jr. coming into practice?
Yeah, you know, we'll get him in and he'll help us. You know, at the end of the day, he's not here yet, right? We'll have to see what that looks like when he gets into the fold. Obviously, I've worked with him in the past, so I'm pretty familiar with who he is and what he's capable of doing. There's some things here that we're doing a little bit different than when I did when I was coordinating at West Virginia. So that will be different for him. But what we do know is he's going to be a positive contribution to the program. He's going to do things the right way, and he's going to be a guy who has the ability to play at this level early.
What did you see? More questions. I know it's early, 5 practices, but are you pleased by what you've seen so far from the guys with the ability to
Yes, yes. You know, every coach, no coach is going to stand up at this podium and say, I hate my guys or my guys aren't doing well, you know. But all transparency, this defensive backs group has taken everything that we've given them and ran with it. It hasn't been, there is no clash, there is no division, there is none of that. You can tell that they're coming together in a different way, and that's important. Probably the most important aspect of the team. And that's what they continue to do. Yeah. In terms of their physical abilities, we have what we need. It's going to be on us as coaches to make it happen.
What have you seen from Tyreek, how he's kind of been progressing?
Tyreek, I obviously had some knowledge in Tyreek from Georgia as well. He's been in the system. He knows it. He's actually a coach on the field. Because he's coming off of his injury and whatnot, and he's still out here. Obviously, you see him working with us, but in drills in which he's not working, he's actually the one that's out there getting guys lined up and talking through stuff with them on the sideline. So it's really good to have him around. You can see just a second ago, I mean, he's sitting there with me for 20 minutes, and he won't leave unless I kick him out of the building. So it's been really fun with him, really fun.